Good evening. Welcome to Orla Live for Tuesday, the 3rd of June, 2025. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I'll be joined by Orla now in the next few minutes, I'd say. And how is everyone? It's been a hectic couple of days, I tell you. Like looking at different videos I have there to talk about. We've migrants in Letterkenny telling us they're gay, and then, listen. And there's the guy getting off the plane that attacked Gardaí. And there's just Dublin crime. And we have Michelle Keane talking about Crow Park. And I'll actually have Fairgone later. We're going to talk about that later as well. So I'll have Fairgone later on. Just also the Garda diving thing found a knife there today inside in the water. So yeah, welcome on board there tonight. So I'll just go through. I just want to make sure I sent Orla that. Did I send it to you, Orla? No, I didn't send it to her. Okay, Orla, no problem. I will send it to you now. That was my bad. I was just on a meeting. So, there you go, Orla. So, yeah, let's go through a few of these. Chris Bourne. Hello, Paul. How's crack? How's the crack? All good, mate. All good. Good evening. How are you, Michael John? Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, Paul. Nationalism is surging in Ireland. A velvet revolution is incoming. Well, I hope so, mate. I really do hope so. Soyop in Clonmel. Do you mean Carlo? I was in Clonmel. There was nothing happening in Clonmel. I was there. Or did something happen today? I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet. Good man, Paul. Thanks, 420, mate. Cheers. Thanks very much. Michael John, I cuddled up with my teddy bears. Oh, yeah. I'm up early myself in the morning, so I'll be cuddled up with my teddy bears nice and early now later on. I've a few things to do. Tricia, hello, Paul and everyone. Hello, Paul and Orla. She's not in here yet. In 6 months, the Gardaí will be marching with a tricolour and the people. I hope so, 420. I really do hope so, mate. I really do. So, Soyop and Carlo, I mean, listen, we didn't comment on it. We purposely didn't comment on it because we didn't know anything other than what other people knew, and people put their spin on it, and it's at the back forward on a lot of people. Or it has, I need a new co-host up there, but she doesn't really need a new co-host. I'm the boss, so I let her up when I feel like it. Will I, lads? Hey, Orla, how's things?
Yeah. I'm the boss, right, Paul, and you know it.
Well, someone just said there, Soyop and Carlo. I mean, like, we didn't report on it. You did a live. Let us see what was going on. That's all we reported on. But there's an awful lot of people getting an awful lot of shit over the way they reported on it. And listen, we can't run with anything here unless we are verified information,
Yeah. But look, we didn't put out anything. I put out very little information because I wanted to be respectful as well. And the little bit of information I put out was all correct. The young man himself has been named. But look, it was a tragedy at the end of the day, what happened, because he's now deceased and there's people probably traumatized over what happened.
Yeah, exactly. But I did see some of the commentary that went around, some of the comments and in the different groups. Jesus Christ, man. Like, it was like as though he was after riddling a load of people. It was like a machine gun he had, like, and I'm not condoning guns in any way, but like, wow, like the way, again, as I've said before, a lie travels halfway around the world before and then everyone has already knows the lie. So, that's what they run with, isn't it? There's the lie, there's their side, your side, and the truth. That's how it works,
Well, see, that's it. But look, I to be totally honest with you, I haven't really spoken about it that much since because, look, it was an awful thing that happened.
Horrible thing, like it's brutal. That was Patsy and Carlo on the gaslighting about a 9-year-old getting injured, running away from the scene as gaslighting by Gardaí. Yeah, listen, I've seen it
There
going.
was
I've
there
seen
was
all this
glass
stuff.
there was glass shattered, and as far as we know, because I'd spoken to one of the shop managers, I think the glass came out and injured the child's leg, as far as I was told.
Someone asked me there, Lisa Marie, has anyone heard anything about talk of an iPass centre might be happening in Monstrevan in an empty school full of prefabs? Well, I'm going to be honest. I know somebody who's a sergeant in Monstrevan, and it couldn't happen to a nicer person, I'm being honest with you, if it did happen. But I know that's not good to you, Lisa Marie. I'm sorry for saying that. I shouldn't have probably said that. But I'll check it out. I'll see, is anyone in Monstrevan? Do we know anyone in
Haven't heard anything
Monstrevan?
about it myself.
I haven't heard anything. I was asked about another one today in Kildare as well, so I'm looking into that too. And I can't really say what. No, I won't say it. It's just like I got someone got in contact with me about something the other day, and I'm just waiting to. This could be big, like, you know. First image in, lads. I couldn't.
There we go. Jaden's been busy.
I don't like wearing green. You could have been green, Orla.
He likes me. That's why.
He likes me too. The Earthlings have invaded Mars. They must go home.
And you there with your coffee as well, like, you know.
Yeah, and I have coffee. Yeah. There's no more drinking on the show. No more. I'm putting an end to that now.
Well, it's not normally you. It's normally Martin that does be at it.
I know, yeah, but I was at it. I was drinking the other night, so yeah.
I'm always the sober one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We need to get you doing this on your laptop with a nice background as well, like me. You know what I mean? So we'll do a training course on that. Yeah, we'll do a training course on that. Co-host, I'm the boss. Everyone knows I'm the boss.
I'm the boss.
Tom McDonald, I meant. Sorry, Tom McDonald, I meant for context. Yes, I know what you meant. Yeah, I do. Only a handful protesting in Tallaght tonight. We are finished dumping ground for the third world. Yeah, listen, mate. See, this is what happens. People, now, I'm going to be honest. I was out at the City West thing last week with Anthony. We done a video, a whole lot, and I'm going to be honest. They put me into a group to go canvassing and this, that, and the other. But like, I'm miles away from there. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be different if I'm up. And I thought we were going over yesterday evening. I thought Anthony had a meeting, and I was going to go over with him and do a bit of canvassing with him. You know what I mean? But it's hard to get from over here over there. You know what I mean? So I will go over and help them. You know what I mean? They said they would ring me, but they haven't rang me yet. Hello, Jaden. He was due in court that day. Who was? I don't know who you're talking about.
The guy from Carlow was supposed to be heading back to court.
Oh, was he?
Mm.
Patrick Quinlan. Patrick Quinlan. And Unity people strengthen the vote for nationalism. Common sense would have stopped this sooner. Softly on crime, etc. Yeah, I agree. Hi, Paul. Hi, all. You're welcome to Cork on Saturday. Thank you very much, Ronan. We will talk to you on Saturday. Yeah, thank you. And then we have Colin. Good evening, folks. Good evening, Colin. Colin's a good friend of mine. I'm glad you're watching in there, mate. I hope to show a few videos here and we'll have the crack. Clonmel was engineered in a way. Okay, you mean Carlow? Okay. Drug service and the amount of people, the dead, shocking. Yeah, it is.
True,
I
yeah,
heard Carlow is bad, is it? Or like you're living down there.
The services are not there, you know.
But this is
so,
happening.
I mean, we can't even get a minor injury clinic, you know, and we've asked for that several times, and there would have been there could have been two perfect locations, and both of them were turned into iPass.
Yeah, well,
and they're talking that it's going to be 2026, and like that's putting a serious amount of pressure onto Kilkenny Hospital. You know, like, you know, the population of Carlow has really grown. So I think the population of the town itself is 27,000. You know, so there should be a minor injury clinic. It's been said several times. We're told 2026 or 2026. But sure, look,
I'm going to be honest with you. Before Christmas, right? This is no messing. Like, I've probably told this story before. Before Christmas, I was in the garage. There was a guy standing next to me in a suit and a black coat, and his shoes, we were covered in muck, you know. And I just looked down. It looked odd. I thought he's had to be running through a ditch or something. You know what I mean? Like, all dressed up. And he knew I was looking at him, and he says to me, "Oh, so just cut a young fella down around the corner." And I sort of didn't, you know. And I walked outside and I thought, did he just say what he said? He said, like, you know, what I thought he said. And I waited on him to come out, and I said it to him. I said, "Did you just say you cut someone down?" Oh, he said, "Yeah." He said, "We're cutting 5 kids down a week around here." Now, I don't know whether that's in the Fingal area but this is not being spoke about. Like, you know what I mean? If 5 kids are even in Dublin are dying a week through suicide, like that's a lot of kids. That's a lot of kids. Like, that's a pandemic. Like, that's the one we need to be worrying about, not this bullshit pandemic they're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of kids. That's nearly 300 kids, like, a year, isn't it?
There's not the proper services out there. I would have said this during elections, because it was said to me as well about, like, why can't, like, there's no drop-in centre. Like, I was dealing with this homeless guy, and he was saying, like, if you're having a bad day or an off day, there is nowhere to go, you know? So, like, you know, there's no even a drop-in centre if you wanted to go in and just have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or play some snooker or play darts, or just something just to have maybe people around you and just, you know, lift your spirits and all that. There's nothing like that. There's no proper services.
That's the problem here. You know what I mean?
And I know another woman I came across as well. Her daughter was suffering terribly with mental health, and had tried to commit suicide as well. And she said the struggle that she had to try and get that daughter into Kilkenny Hospital was unbelievable. I actually ended up putting her in contact with a woman I know who's like a psychologist, try and help her. But she said it was just shocking. Like, and then they're only in for a few days and they're back out again. Like, that's not going to solve anything either, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to send, because Fergus going to come on.
And then there's no proper, like we'll say, there's no proper services out there either for people who are suffering from eating disorders. That's another issue, you know, like in Kilkenny Hospital, I think there's only 1 or 2 beds. Like, it's just absolutely shocking. And that's extremely serious. But yet, again, like that, the services are not there. But yet they can put 2.1 billion into iPass. It's just madness.
I know. See the way I'm doing all this stuff that I have to do, you know what I mean? Like, in the background. But someone just said there.
Excuse me, who does all the background work?
Me. Yeah,
no.
It took a while to put them bleeding books there. Now give it over. The 9-year-old girl fell running away. Listen to what the PSNI, I mean, the Gardaí said at the press conference, Orla. Yeah, I did hear that as well.
Well, it was on the news. I didn't watch the news. But,
yeah, I don't either.
Yeah. It was the shop manager who told me, because he was there as a witness.
All of this is deliberate and intentional, all by design. He was due in court today. He was a gun fanatic. Oh, Jesus. What did you think of Tipperary throwing out 150 people, a bunch of Lowry voters? What did you think of the Tipperary?
What do you do?
What was that now? Clonmel? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Clonmel. Oh, well, I'm assuming so. But you know, what do you do? Like, do you know? You can't force people to come out.
We've said this umpteen times, and I even said it the other day when I spoke down there, that unless the people are willing to help themselves, Orla, like, it's just,
yeah, I know.
Like, we're pissing against the wind, like, we really are, like, you know what I mean? Like I went back to a house the other day and I spoke to a couple of women and they knew nothing about it, and now they know. So I'm hoping that'll be a snowball effect, that people will start to find out, you know. But people are just kept in the dark here. People are afraid, you know. Landlords are running these places and they're afraid to get thrown out of houses, and it's just a nightmare, like, you know what I mean? It really is.
You have to have the locals there. It can't be just nationalists there.
Hi, folks. We get attraction for movement. Yeah, we do tag them. Yeah, we do. Well, let me see what the first video I have here. I'm going to wait. Fergus going to tell you. Fergus, let me know when he's coming on, and I'm going to play.
Yeah, I sent you over a good few videos.
I have a few of them here. But your mum, Letterkenny's good, isn't he?
Which fella?
Did you watch that? The one where he's gay and he's going to bring his wife and 2 sons over, Hercules and Zeus.
No, I didn't see that.
See that video?
No.
I'm going to play that now. This is funny. Okay. Watch this.
How are you? So how long are you living in Letterkenny?
It's 5 months now.
Okay, and what brought you to Ireland?
We are asylum seekers.
Okay, so you're fleeing war.
Excuse me?
Are you fleeing war?
Yeah, prosecution.
Prosecution?
Yeah.
Where?
Nigeria.
There's war in Nigeria?
No. It's a sexuality thing.
Sexuality.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Where I come from, if you are bisexual or homosexual, you get killed. So
You're gay?
Yeah, you have to take off. Yes.
Okay. And how are you finding Letterkenny? Are you settling in well?
Oh, lovely.
Okay. Are you working?
Not yet. Still looking for.
Okay. And where are you staying?
It's just beside the Margetigans over there.
And all paid for? All sorted by the government?
Government, yes.
Great government.
Oh, fantastic. This is the land of Tien and Og.
1,000 welcomes.
Yes, Kukulin said come and we're here.
And you're out on a Saturday night?
Oh, but of course, we're going to have fun out there.
You're happy in Ireland?
This is airing.
And have you got family at home?
Oh, yes, I do.
So what have you got at home?
And my wife and 2 kids, 2 sons.
Your wife and 2 sons?
Yeah, the mighty Hercules and the mighty Spartacus.
But you just said you were gay.
Huh? Yeah,
You just said you were gay.
Bisexual, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bisexual means you eat the snail and then you eat the meat, you know.
Right. Thanks for talking to us.
Okay. That's a lovely way to describe it at the end.
You eat the snail and then you eat the meat. Oh man, so funny. So funny.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see the way he slipped up? The way he slipped up, you know what I mean? The light's gone off.
Cheering it out, yeah. Welcome. We all know that.
Yeah.
Actually, this would be a good time to play the video on the black man in England.
Which black man in England? There's loads of black men in England.
I probably put something underneath what it was. It was only sent over today anyway.
Yeah, I'm looking here. Did we show this one? What's this fella?
Did I say about 3 houses?
What?
Did I say anything about 3 houses underneath? I can't remember what way I labelled.
He has wives. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be it.
London, he has 3 wives.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just say that. People listen to his accent.
Hang on there. Playing for some reason. No.
It should be okay because it's screen recorded.
Yeah, no, I know. It's the play button and all is there, but it's not fucking playing. It's not playing. Oh, there's Martin Murphy. Look, there's the picture of Martin Murphy. See this? As an alien.
Oh, from Jaden.
That looks like alien. It's very looks small. Like it's a very small lightsaber. I wouldn't fancy that one, you know what I mean?
Oh, they're very ahead of the times, aren't they, back then? The lifesaver. Yeah.
But, I'm going to bring Ferg in there now in a few minutes.
No, can you go out and go back into it and see can you get it working?
Yeah, it's not working.
Like it should be okay because it's screen recorded, like so. I don't know what's wrong with it.
It's there. I can see. Can I download it? I might have it downloaded. Have I? Hold on. I could have this. No. Why did I not download that one? Let's see. Can I download it now? Show folder. Where are you?
I just thought it was very interesting, like especially when you heard the accent. Adam meant Clonmel, not Carlow, to be honest. The amount of people in my school alone that are in the graveyard decades before their time. Yeah, this is over the mental health.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, like, you know what I mean?
It's awful.
We could do a whole show on mental health, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, this is this fella. Is this him here?
Yes, I think that's him, yes.
Go on, then we play this fella and we come back.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been an issue only for, you know, for a number of reasons. Why? Because my other 2 wives were nikah. Yeah, and they didn't used to before I married them. I feel like,
Can you make it bigger?
something covered and protected for me. You know, some people, they cover their cars, don't they? They put these sheets over their car. You know, they cover their valuables. You know, they keep it away from, you know, people seeing and wanting and desiring things that they have. And in a similar way, you know, your wife or my wife being covered, it's a protection for me.
I have to remember that I got family before me.
So do you miss him when he goes away?
Of course, yeah, I did.
Aww.
I miss him.
That's nice.
In an East London park, Hassan is getting all his families together. Although they live in separate houses, Hassan likes them all to meet up. 2 older children from his very first marriage also join them.
I'm not really for this everyone in the same house. You know, ideally, maybe it sounds great, but it's a bit too much. Like, over anything, whose turn is it to cook? You don't really want that. You try to limit as much conflict as you can. It's all about conflict limitation.
It's the first time his wives Sakina and Nabila will meet his new 3rd wife, Anab.
Do you have any advice for her about the husband?
Well, don't know.
He's grumpy in the mornings, he snores at night, and all the rest, who knows what else. Khadija, Saleh, Nabila, this is Sister Anab. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Can I play some football, Khalid? Can I play football? Yeah. You can't just really relax. You have to kind of be very careful. You know, don't joke too much with her without joking with her. If she doesn't understand the joke, she might take it negatively and think it's about her. You know, don't over show your emotion to one of them. You know, this is the time when you really just have to be very strict. And so you can't really, you know, come and relax and then, you know, cuddle one of your wives and then your other wife sitting there thinking, who knows what? I think they got some stories to tell you. Like, I think they got so much to tell you. They think that
Are you muted? You're muted.
Sorry, I'm muted. Sorry, That's what's going to happen here. He has 3 wives. You know, come on. Like,
3
you know what I
wives,
mean?
a load of kids, 3 houses. But did you notice his accent? His accent is English. So
Yeah, of course it is.
he's not here just a few months from Africa or wherever he is from. Like, he obviously has been living in England for years and years and years. So more than likely, he's probably never been working. There's no mention about him working. I don't know where you'd get the time to work.
Okay, do you reckon there's 30%, I think, is it 30% Muslims in, geez, I'm going all funny here. 30% of the population, I think, are Muslim, I think, at this stage.
Where in England?
In the UK, could be more, I don't know. But
Yeah.
that's the unemployed.
Yeah.
Not one Muslim woman works. They all are on assistance.
But he
or
didn't
benefits.
mention anything about
every one
working
of them.
either. And like he's obviously been living in the country for years and years and years, if not maybe born here. Or born there, sorry.
Yeah. But I seen another one of another guy in the UK. Jeez, we're flying there, people. We're up to 700. Forgot all about even putting up where we were. But I seen another guy who had 3 wives as well. And he brought one of his wives from Morocco to come live with him. You know what I mean? His last wife, she was only 22.
Morocco is not. Like, there's nothing going on in Morocco.
The other ones were from Iraq
tomorrow.
and somewhere else, you know.
Yeah.
It's crazy, like, you know what I mean? It really is.
Well, somebody said that to me here in Carlow, in one of the council estates, and they said that, sorry, it's an estate, but half of the houses are owner occupied, and there's a certain selection of them are council. And somebody said to me, because they were living up in the council part of it, that there was an Indian man there with 2 houses and 2 wives. And I said, that can't be right. So I actually made a complaint in with one of the councillors over it to get him to check it out. Now, I never heard what happened afterwards, but I did make a complaint over it. I said, how can he have, 2 houses for his 2 wives, and then there's people on a waiting list 12 years?
Yeah.
Like, it's not right.
Yeah. I'm just going to put up this thing for Ferg. Hang on there. We just throw it up there. It's actually, I just put a little bit of music behind it, and I like this song, so I'm going to play this and we'll come back in a minute, right?
You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. There is no distance that cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue.
Let us back up there. I just thought I'd throw that up there because, listen, peaceful protest, Crow Park, Friday, 6th of June at 9 a.m. Ban halal in Eire. Ireland is a Christian country.
It is.
And we should
not have halal here. It's absolutely horrific what's done to those animals. No. I've seen the videos. It's absolutely horrible.
Bring your tricolours with you as well. Bring your tricolours. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Ferg will be on now in a minute. They're getting them new houses that are being built all around Ireland. Yes, and you have 7. Yes, it is true. It is happening. Like, you know what I mean? Yes, Paul, Full Rome was just gone. Yeah. GAA only cares about profits. They abandoned Irish culture a long time ago. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Jesus, people, we're flying here. Hang on, I'll throw out that banner there. We've just hit 700 there, people. Fair play to you all.
Well, just before Ferg comes on, I sent on 2 videos in relation to women being harassed. So they're not long.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to share that. Watch live and comment on FitsyDub, Anthony Casey, Rugamorph, Paul Fitzsimons on Facebook, and www.yourschannel.com/live. As I said, we reached 700 there now. You can contact the show on 089 203 1521. Let me just pull this down here, Orla. You sent me them, did you?
Mm-hmm.
See, I tried to watch this one earlier as well. Is this the blonde girl in Australia?
There's two, yeah. Okay. I think there's 2. Yeah, there's 2 videos in relation to 2. 2 women who are blonde.
And we play this one first. I'll turn off my Mac.
Please get off me. Please get off me. Stop, please get off me.
What's the word? When someone
Please. Please, yeah, that's the feeling of you should go away. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. You should go away. Please go away. Please go away. Please.
Oh, you're making me.
Please go back to your friends. Please leave me alone. Please.
My friends are happy that.
Yeah, and I'm happy by myself. Please leave me alone.
Are you actually serious?
Please leave me alone. Please.
Hey,
Please leave me alone. I'm happy by myself. Please leave me alone.
Are you actually serious?
Please leave me alone. Please.
Hey,
Please leave me alone. My friends are staying here anyway. Okay. He just followed me from steampunk. I was like, please leave me alone.
How many times did she ask him to go away and leave her alone? He also kissed her without permission as well. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely disgusting behaviour. Like, no means no. When a woman says no, that's it. You know, they just have absolutely... I don't know what nationality he was. He had an accent. I think that video could have been Australian or set in Australia, as far as I know. I'm not 100% sure because it didn't actually say, but it's just unbelievable, you know? And then the other video is something similar. You're muted, Paul.
Sorry, I'm just looking for the tricolour that the lads redid in Waterford. Somebody put a Palestinian flag on it, and
oh yeah,
just looking for it there.
Can you just put up the other one in relation to the woman? It's just that we're on that topic.
Hang on there, and I'll get it there. That was on the WhatsApp, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this is your man Michael McCarthy. I've seen this one myself. This is mad.
He's very good.
I think this young one is Dutch. I think.
Yeah. Again, it didn't give the location.
I already see the comments. She voted for this.
Why?
It's not always the case.
I don't know you. I'm sorry. What? Why do you need to know my name?
At least this girl, she has a bit of courage. She has a bit of confidence. You know, she means business. But look, he follows her to the store then.
What do you want? Are you like waiting for me? What the fuck do you want? What? Nervous. I'm not nervous. There's a man speaking to me and I told him not to talk to me. And now you're waiting outside when I'm in the store. You don't know me. I don't know you. Leave me alone. Are you like fucking following me?
I want to look at you.
Don't look. What the fuck is your problem? Don't do that shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Different world, isn't it? The state of Europe, and we're supposed to pretend as if we should accept this.
Again, been followed. She went into the shop. She came back out. He was there. She told him several times to leave her alone. Like, how many times? Like, no woman should have to tell a man more than once to leave her alone, or there's something seriously wrong with him.
It's not like years ago you just didn't listen. Now you have to listen. You know what I mean? Don't know many times your woman used to tell me to leave them alone when I was a young, for fuck's sake. You just fuck off, leave me alone. Yeah, persistence.
And I'm sure you did.
I did, yeah.
But not like that. That's just completely different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The act out all of jealousy and capable of building a burial civilization. The deep notice. The Gardaí Need to be reformed first. Yeah, somebody sent me a text there a while ago saying that there will be Gardaí joining us. I don't know how true that is. Like, I won't hold my breath. I could see the rock from my bedroom window. And what I see them painting the Palestine flag that night, and the lads painted the Irish flag. Yeah, I'm looking for it there now because I'll find it now. Hang on. I've sent that on to you, Ferg. Yeah.
I'm just seeing Rose's comment there. And like, it's so weird about Christy Moore. Because like, you'd imagine him like, oh, the rebel singer and all that he'd see through all this. But yes, no.
Paul, I thought no meant yes. Will you feck off? Yeah, I know.
Hey. No better man to respect women.
Yeah. Cops only care for their pensions. Stranger sound, Chris. Won't be long now until the rising, bud. Yeah, I know. Christy Hoare. Yeah. Sarah Malone. Paul studying getting
Hi,
in the
Sarah.
way of socials. You have to read all these books, Sarah. You know what I mean? I've did that side done. just the opposite side there now. I have to get done. You know.
Yeah.
Evening, everyone. Evening. Good
and
evening.
He probably has a few Playboy or something tucked in under the books. Have you, Paul?
No. Playboy was shit.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. Playboy. No.
So how would you know, Paul? How would
I
you
don't
know
the name of the other ones.
Were you not reading them for the articles?
I have Ferg coming up there now. Hello, brother. How are you?
All right, boys and girls, or boy and girl.
Yeah, all good.
I'm watching Ferg. Ferg, is that you? Oh, it is. I can see something behind you.
We decorate the studio. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. That's great.
Love it. But I'm loving this as well, the peaceful protest. How are we getting on with that? Is there a good interest? And yeah.
Good feedback, Paula. Good feedback. Yeah, I have a couple of speakers coming out as well there on Friday. They're very well versed in halal. So, feels kind of live streaming. Yeah, there's a lot of interest in it. People are done with this.
Yeah, it's true. You know what I mean? And this is the place to do it now. I'll be there Friday. Don't you worry. You'll see me.
Do you know what? When you think about it, right? Not even about what they're letting in there now. Like Dave Mooney has an iPass in there in Crow Park.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know. Right? And they all walk in Crow Park doing security. I know that. Yeah, I know that for a fact.
But look at that. Look at the likes of Andy McEnany, all them fucking scumbags that are involved in that GAA. It's a cesspit, right? They're all traitors. But not even that. Look at all the young and fit athletes that have hit the deck and died of heart attacks on pitches all over this country. And they haven't looked in or inquired about that. Their own people, their own youngsters and young ones dropping fucking dead from heart attacks, unheard of, lads. And they're not even looking into it. That's an evil entity, that whole thing.
Yeah, it is. It's disgraceful, like, you know what I mean? But we have to keep talking about it. You know what I mean? Nobody else is talking about it. The media won't talk about it. Nobody wants to. Do you know the problem here, Ferg? When they talk about it, they have to deal with it. That's them.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. Yeah.
If they don't talk about it,
they have to acknowledge it.
Exactly.
Well, come here. When they do admit it, they're admitting being complicit in it because they pushed it.
Of course they
did. You know what I mean?
Of course they did.
It's Nuremberg 2.0 for me or nothing. Simple as that.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm the 100% myself, yeah. Definitely. Now,
you know that that lawyer over in, I think he's from Germany, called Rainer Fulmich. Like, he's been talking about the Nuremberg too for a long time now, and he's hell-bent on getting it in.
But they locked him up. He's only had to get out of prison there a couple of weeks ago.
But that's why. Because, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But this is it. But they silence everyone. Like, look at Dr. McCullough, Peter McCullough, one of the top cardiologists in the world. You Google him now, he's a conspiracy theorist. You know what I mean? You know, it's crazy. Like, and then you have Ryan Cole, one of the best cancer doctors in the world, and now he's a conspiracy theorist. Yeah. He's finding turbo cancers. Like, people are not seeing this. Like, I'm meeting more people every couple of weeks I'm meeting the same people at different funerals every couple of weeks. Like, oh, how are you? It's always funerals I'm meeting now. And that's the only way I'm meeting people now is through funerals. Like, I've had to been to a couple of funerals now in the last couple of weeks. You know what I mean? listen, the turbo cancers have gone through the roof here as well. Now we're going to have to get a doctor on to talk about this for a half an hour or an hour. You know what I mean? One of the days, but like it all needs to be spoke about. You know what I mean? You know, Jerry Waters used to talk about it with us, and Dr. Carroll is with the party now as well. So we'd see, can we get them on? And I want to get Barry from Wake Up Area. You know what I mean? That's who I want to get on. Barry is a good guy. You know what I mean?
Barry's a great shout on Paulo. And tell you, it's gas about. He'd say he's not a public speaker, but he's absolutely brilliant when he gets going. It's often the heart with him. Every bit is from the heart with him, and that's why he resonates with people. Yeah, but we've seen him, been around it. That's why he catch a man that day. That fucking pig, Conway. Now, yeah, man, Conway. He was on all fours there, howling at the moon a few weeks ago out on O'Connell Street.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Martin Conway. Yeah, the blind fella.
One of Peter Thatcher's best mates.
Yes.
So we were outside the door one day. There was Dave, who lost his sister Lorna. There was people there that had lost their loved ones. Yeah. And I mean, absolutely emotion. People are crying the whole lot. He walked out the door, right? And this is why I nabbed him on the way back. The bleeding horror scene. He was standing out the other side of the road, pointing and tittering with Gardaí about people that were crying their bleeding eyes out after losing their loved ones. And he pushed that he got a fake jab in his arm. He pushed the whole lot to correct him. And they're all complicit, every fucking one of them.
Yeah, I firmly believe that myself. And they all will be held accountable.
Do you remember Biden? Do you remember him getting the shots, right? And there was only two, like whether you went for Pfizer or Moderna, that was all there was, two. And there was 3 different photographs of him in 3 different shirts getting the shots, but there was only ever 2 of them. But yet there was 3 photographs taken. Like, how do people believe this? And then remember there was other photographs taken where there were like retractable needles. There weren't even the proper needles going in because when they were pulled out, there was no needle. Do you know?
Yeah. Like that, like a noise, the toy noise that you put it in the plate on the spring.
Do you reckon there was something like 11?
But they didn't get them, Ferg. Like any of those politicians, they didn't get them.
Well, he reckoned there was 11,000, between 11 and 13,000 exemption orders in Australia to celebrities, and you know, and that's proof now. They've come out and said that was real. You know what I mean?
But yeah, we couldn't get an exemption
order because he had money.
Yeah. I'm just had to lose me train of talk. Having peppers, that's why I keep doing that. Guys trying to ring me over something. I don't know what it is. But I'm not fucking dead. That phone never stops. When I wake up to bleeding night time, it never bleeding.
I'm the same, Ferg. All day, every day. Yeah.
And hey, how many times do you talk to each other during the day?
Well,
how many what?
How many times do you be talking to each other during the day?
Well, the last couple of days we've spoke probably a couple of times. Yeah. So
there you go.
But me and Gavin would speak every day, like, you know what I mean? Me and Gavin would chat every day, you know, that sort of way. But maybe it's because I'm on here, Ferg. He wants to have a yap with you.
He's getting jealous, Paulo. He's jealous.
I'll send him the link. I'll send him on the link.
Oh Lord God.
Now it's gas, right? This is mad. The time just flies, lads. It was 2 years ago yesterday. I think I sent to that, Paulo, that we went out the doggy to Pat Kenny's, right? And Clive was in the dress, and I was holding up and on the bleeding dress. Lads, I swear 2 years ago that was yesterday. It feels like
I know. Paul talks about that,
yeah.
You did send it to me. It was yesterday, wasn't
it? Yeah, you have it there. It was yesterday. Well, it's just mad. Everything that gets thrown at you, you just times that feels like about 10 years ago when everything
that was brilliant. We done some great videos. We had a Palestine flag and a Pride flag, and they couldn't say anything about us. Yeah, we had all the flags. Yeah.
And why was Clive in a dress?
We are trans. We are all trans women. We are trans homeless women, Orla. That's it. We are looking for a bit of safety out in the south side, the leafy suburbs of Dalkey.
That was brilliant. I swear to God. Was great.
Well, Ferg, as Gavin says, oh no, they won't be going in there.
Yeah, certainly not. That's what I said in the video. Pat, that's one for everyone in the audience.
Yeah. Oh, man, it was brilliant. I swear to God, it really was.
Oh my God.
I have it here now. Yeah, I have it here. This is brilliant.
Some crack that. I tell you, I put that video out. I got some response, and you know what? It's needed, lads. You need to have a bit of humour and all this, and have a good giggle. You know what I mean?
Oh, you do.
Take a head away from the madness of it. Fucking evil around you.
I'm going to be honest, Ferg, but like, I have had great fun in this doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I have. You know what I mean? And I've met some great people too. You know what I mean? That you'll never forget. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm enjoying it anyway. Yeah.
Same here, Paul. Come here. I'm saying it all the time. No matter what, like everything that they're trying to put us through and everything I've been put through personally, I have never felt as blessed in my whole life as I have these last few years. I've realised what's so important in life, and what I'm fighting for is my family, my children, and their children's future on this island. And I'm never gonna fucking stop that. You watch and I can't wait for Cork. I can't wait for Cork. I want to go up and say a few bits, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be good. I think it'd be good
for all
turn
the
right
hard
out.
work you have done for everyone in Ireland from south to north, making people aware of what's going on. Well done, Ferg. You're appreciating me.
God bless you.
I'm gonna just play this. I'm gonna just play Clive. This is very funny.
There's plenty of room over in Dalkey for them. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome.
Say it loud, say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. Here we go, and we're all welcome it. Look at the diversity. It's time for your turn. Come on, Pat. Come on out and put this. We're going to make you report this on RTA. You can't avoid it forever. If you don't come down and stand with us, you are racist. Hold on. Say happy to the people of Gay Pride.
Gay Pride Day, celebrating in Dalkey. Pat Kenny.
Pat Kenny. What better place to be? Pat Kenny.
Refugees
are welcome here, Pat.
Everybody in the audience, Pat.
There's loads of room. There's loads of room. We found an empty block of apartments just at the end of the road. So come on. Serious.
We support.
That's out. When the other lad got the dress on, I nearly fucking wet myself. I swear to God.
What's happening the way you're holding him, like? Oh my God. Where were you, Paul? Were you filming? Paul, your mic is off.
Yeah, I know I am. Yeah, I know. I'm going to be honest. The amount of people that came over and yapped to us and sat down. Like the first night there, Adrian and Val brought out they brought out a pot of bleeding coddle. Oh, I'm going to be honest, man. It was the nicest coddle ever. We were sitting, even the yuppie came down and sat eating coddle with us and all. It was great crack, like, you know. And Gavin kept trying to get them on camera, on video, and he kept getting caught. I said, they're not going to talk to you, man, if they know you're going to do that. So we had to stop all the videos and all that. But he was trying to get coppers and everything to tell us about Dalkey and all. And no, we weren't having any of it. But it was great crack. What was it called? Bullock Harbour. Was that what it was called? Bullock Harbour. We moved down to the harbour then the next day. Yeah, because we hadn't got as big an impact outside Kenny's gaff because he wasn't coming in that way. He was going out the back way. So we moved right down onto the harbour and 2 more tents. It was, I was black. I was like this. I was at this time 2 years ago as well. Yeah, lying out. It was brilliant.
So the other lad put up a picture the next night or something, and he was fucking red raw. Oh, he said, "You're going to be called Gavin Red Pepper now from now on." He was scaldy.
Yeah. He fell asleep in the sun. That's what happened.
Oh God! Then he would have been matching his top. He's going around wearing a pink t-shirt.
I have a video there. We play it one of the nights. We must play a couple of them videos where he comes jogging down the hill, you know. And I says, right, go. And he came jogging down the hill. I says, we out for a run, Gav? Oh, yes. He says, Jesus, it's so safe around here. He said, I can't run around fingerless. I could get stabbed or I could get. It was just so funny. And then I'm really tired. And Macker standing behind me, breaking his bollocks laughing. Like, you know what I mean? It was very funny. Like, it was really good. But yeah, it was one of the best weekends now I've had in a long time. It was. And then we all went out with the kids then on the Monday. We made a whole weekend. We went and got the kids and went back out on the Monday. It was brilliant. But but we highlighted all them places out there. If you remember, we put out that video the day we went out there. Do you remember Class Wars, where me and Gavin found 8 or 10 different buildings out there between D4, Dalkey, and all them places, and they're all still lying idle. Yet we're inundated with these shitholes, like, you know what I mean?
So you just have to look at Saks Hotel. to see the difference, the 2-tier difference. Like, it was a victory for the people out there because he didn't get. It's an absolute, you know what? It's a disgrace that they're the most classist bunch of pricks. Every one of them with that doll. Well, just shit in their shoe, simple as that. That's how we are, like, to them. So it's about trying to.
It's not being run by them, Ferg. It's being run by Europe. And we know, it's crazy, like, and how they just rolled over for that to get shitty, to get cushy jobs and that, come on, man, you know what I mean? Like, we all want to be happy, we all want to have a few quid, but to sell out your blatant country is just that's a no for me. Like.
Man, they're corrupt, they're controlled, and they're compromised. Simple as that. There's no way you do this to your own country and your own people unless you're over the barrel for something. Yeah, I'd love to know what they're being promised, Paulo and Orla. I would love to know what they've been promised to do this.
It's probably money and power. That's the root of all evil.
Yeah.
If you go around stabbing people in the back, then yeah.
Yeah, well, I tell you one thing, right? You won't be able to spend that 30 pieces of silverware they're all gone.
Exactly. You know, they've no loyalty.
That's scumbag. Swear to God. Lads, they're hitting 900 there. Fair play to everyone. You've shared it out there, people. They hit 900 there. Share it out there. You share it on.
I know Jaden has sent on a few messages. Has he won a Ferg there as well?
I don't know.
Oh, Jaden's brilliant. The stuff he puts up. He'd Paul as an alien there a few minutes ago.
I seen it. He don't want to need it.
He didn't look that different.
Stop.
Now we have you there, Martian Ferg.
Oh, right, go on, throw them up.
Yeah. There's you, Ferg.
Man
of power.
Love it.
Oh, there's Sarah.
Oh, there's Sarah.
There's Frank Milky Way.
Milky Way.
Antenna Casey.
First.
Martin Murphy. There's me.
Oh, there goes.
And I thought he's mad as shit. I just send in some great
stuff.
stuff.
He puts in some quite funny stuff, but he always makes me look fairly good. He doesn't like Paul, that's why.
Yeah,
you don't want to look like the fucking Bull McCabe or something, innit?
Yeah. But now, in all fairness now, Ferg, he does look very good for 164 years old.
Stop. They had to leave that out now. Stop slagging him over the old age and all. I think you look great, Paul.
I'm the Highlander. Not on the cloud. I'm gonna just stay there for a minute, Ferg. I just want to go with this. The guard, the diving unit today in town after the thing. We'll come back and talk.
Just back on Eden Quay. As you can see, the crime scene has been cleared. The crime scene has been cleared. All the blood is cleaned up. Eden Quay, off. All the blood's cleaned up. Then what do we have here? If the guard are looking for the weapon. Kitchen knife, he's saying. Black bag. Steel bag rucksack. If you see that.
Now thinking. That's crazy, isn't it, Ferg? This is happening every day. It's happening twice a day now. You know what I mean? Like, I remember 2 years ago, Ferg, we used to hear about it every 2 weeks. Then it was every week. Then it was 3 times a week. Now it's twice a bleeding day.
But not not a bit of it on the news though. Like suddenly.
No, and I have to say a big shout out to Paul Nolan and Tinker for what they're doing. They're doing great bleeding work. Fair play to the two of them.
Just going to say that the lads are absolute legends for that. They only tell you here now. You wouldn't know half the shit going on only for the two of the lads. They're brilliant.
Exactly.
And come here, we give another shout out. As the South Dublin says now, all the lads and lassies.
Yeah.
You'll never get a crew of men and women like these in their life and telling you what they're at to doing and exposing. Just absolutely amazing people. Talking about Dalkey, Paulo, Barry and Wake Up Era are going back down there. It was 3 years ago. I think I was telling you this. It was nearly 3 years ago. The first time I met Barry and that. And we did a thing down in Dalkey at that fucking Luke on Air lad.
I remember,
Yeah, so they're down there on the 15th. They're going from Dalkey train station at 2. Wait, don't quote me. I think it's 2 o'clock. I'll get it before the thing anyway.
Have it here, mate. Have it here. There it is there. I'll just move you up there and we can talk about it. Hang on. Just move you up to the side there. There it is there, yeah.
2 o'clock, yeah?
Yeah, that's it there. 2 o'clock. Information drop. Highlight Luke O'Neill's continuing lies which are causing ongoing COVID-19 injection bereavements and injuries. Dalkey, Sunday the 15th of June at 2 p.m. meeting at Dalkey train station for a walk to Coola GAA club. Tens of thousands of Irish men and women and children are now suffering bereavement and injury caused by the COVID-19 injections. The Irish people put their trust in and took advice from O'Neill, who falsely promoted the COVID-19 injection as a good and necessary thing. O'Neill's litany of lies are easily accessible for anyone to find online, yet all Irish mainstream and local media outlets refuses to do any real investigative journalism. Due to O'Neill's ongoing unchallenged, he is back in Dalkey to further humiliate the Irish people by hosting an afternoon titled "Would I Lie to You?" This is the next level gaslighting that will not go unchallenged. Please come and support us for the COVID-19 injection bereaved and injured. So if you can do that, please get out there to Dalkey on Sunday the 15th of June. You'll be there yourself, Ferg, won't you?
Big twin.
Yeah,
I wouldn't miss that. I'll be there with Ava O'Brien's board as usual.
Yeah, I'll be there with you probably. Yeah. Unless I get arrested.
I tell you, there's always a good chance of that in this game, lads.
Who are you telling? I know.
Paul, actually, will you put up the stuff I sent you from Marcus de Bruin earlier on today?
Did you send me stuff from Marcus de Bruin?
Yeah.
I did down.
Ferg, do you see what I have to put up with? How dare he question me? Shocking. Ferg, what are you doing 3 times a week? I need a new co-host. This fella's just not up to standard anymore.
As if that's going to happen.
I just can't get rid of him.
When I tell you, Orla, I can have another you here tomorrow. Remember that. Okay?
Never going to happen. Never going to happen. He's been laughing at me, Ferg. I keep a bit of manners on him. Did you ever notice how less he curses now? See, do you know how much work that took?
Come here, we're in the same. We're in the same. I was absolutely brutal. I've toned it down an awful lot now I have.
I know. I mean, we have a swear jar now for Paul, and there must be about €1 million in it already. That's only over 2 weeks.
I haven't gotten. I'm looking at ivermectin here. Hold on now. Here I am. Marcus de Bruin.
Yeah, but I sent you Marcus de Bruin stuff as well. And the ivermectin is actually very good.
Women accused of prostitution.
Do you follow Dr. William Mackis on X by any chance?
I don't, off the top of my head, I'd say no, Orla.
Okay. Well, you know ivermectin. Remember they tried to ban it for the whole condom stuff, right? Well, I follow Dr. William Mackis, and he's brilliant. Now, obviously, we cannot say anything because, you know, he's a doctor over in America. But he's been doing these kind of trials on people that have cancer, and he's using ivermectin, and it's showing great results, right? Yeah. And then he was also using, fenbendazole?
Fenbendazole.
Yes.
Fenbendazole.
Yeah, that's it.
And you know what? You know what's actually interesting? If you look up those 2 drugs, they're anti-parasitic.
Yeah.
But it's showing great. It's showing. I actually I sent another couple of screenshots over to Paul in relation to another study. But it's showing great results. Now, obviously, as we said, we can't. He's an American doctor, but like if people want to follow him, it's good having a look at what he's doing. But I just find it very interesting that these drugs are antiparasitic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing. God gave us everything to sustain ourselves. All that big pharma fucking poison. There's a pill. Oh, you get 16 side effects off that. There's another pill for that. There's another fucking pill for the diseases of that one. It's a fucking racket. The whole lot of it. You know what I mean? There's no money in healthy people. They're never going to show people about their immune systems and teach that to children in school. You know what I mean? How to eat, how to grow their own food. And look and sustain their own bodies. I tell you, there's a person very close to me and uses everything natural. She's a homeopath, a whole lot, and you want to see what she's at the doing for people. All natural. That big pharma couldn't do nothing for them, and it's absolutely. Still, I tell you, there's a few people who've shown, and it's absolutely phenomenal. You don't need these people. You don't need them. There's no fucking doctor. I swear to God, what do you do? Sit there and read out a book. That's it. Like they can't tell you about your immune system.
But half the time, Ferg, they're writing scripts, right? They're not finding out what the root cause is. There's the problem. Like in homeopathy, like I have a friend who is a homeopath as well, and she tries to find out the root cause. Like if you go in, you've got, we'll say, high blood pressure. Straight away, tablets thrown at you. But what's causing the high blood pressure? What's causing, we'll say, all the other different things? Like half the time they're just, again, it's like that. Throw tablets, throw tablets, throw tablets.
Yeah. Or antibiotics, and that suppresses everything. That just suppresses everything inside you, and it just makes you think it's terrible. I'm telling you, I'd go to a naturopath or a homeopath before anyone. I wouldn't go to a hospital unless my fucking head was hanging off, and that it'd have to be dragged there. I'm not joking. They wouldn't have needed them. Come here. How could you trust these monsters after what they done in 2020, 2021? How could you trust any of them?
I haven't been to the doctor since 2019, and
neither have I.
A friend of mine said it to me the other day, "Oh, you need to go and get bloods. You need to do this. You need to do that." And I've no trust in them. I've no faith in them. When I keel over and I'm gone, I'm gone. You know what I mean? That's the way I'm looking at it. Like, you know what I mean? So I'll keep fighting until I do. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And Ferg, my daughter twisted her ankle at a football match there recently, and she went to Waterford Hospital just to get it an X-ray on it, just in case there was a fraction. There wasn't. It was only a bad sprain, but they were taking her details. You know what she was asked?
Go on.
Was she a boy or a girl?
Yeah. They're sick. I tell you one thing, they're absolutely vile. They are going along with this agenda. It's so sick. I'm not joking you. It's absolutely fucking evil. And they're seeing the better it's all stamped out and all these are brought to task. It's absolutely, it's vile.
I know. Did you get that stuff, Paul?
No, I can't find it, Orla. So I'm looking here for it, and I can't bleed find it for the life of me. I'm gonna have to get someone else here. That's it.
There's a little dog barking outside. I had to put the windows up in my office and my studio.
I'm going to.
Here, Ferg. Why are you under a red light?
I had to turn the key off to put the windows up.
You know what I'm going to play here now? I'm going to play.
Are you in at all?
I'm going to play your mate now that Suzanne Delaney put up. Micheál Martin. Ireland's were never homogenous. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, you've seen this one, obviously. So we'll go this side and we'll share this.
The Irish never were a homogenous group, and identity is never static. But we have learned that to understand who we are as a people, it is necessary to shine a light on all parts of our history, however painful, to explore and study it carefully, thoughtfully, and respectfully, and ultimately to come to terms with it and to remember it. In that context, I welcome this conference and the rich academic and community work you are part of. I appreciate and regret that it has sometimes been difficult for people to reconcile the different parts of their identities, being able to celebrate their Irishness while retaining rightful pride in their Black or brown heritage. That should never be the case. but I understand why it has been so. The issues you are exploring today can help us to find ways to reconcile and to value those histories.
He's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Probably one of the biggest traitors in this island, and he does it with a smirk. He does it with a fucking smirk as well. Towlag. Absolute fucking towlag.
But they've sold their souls. Like there is nothing. Like you look at McEntee, or we'll say some of them like Simon Harris. Like they're dead behind the eyes. There's nothing there. There's no conscience there. They don't care. No empathy. No compassion. Nothing.
No, I can't comprehend it. There's nothing. I don't. Money means absolutely nothing to me, Orla. Absolutely fucking nothing. I haven't monetized my account. I don't get people that fucking do. You're actually making money out of the misery of our country. That's the way I look at it. It's not for me. Everything that I do comes out of my own pocket. I don't last any for fucking nothing. The only people I think that should is the likes of Philip Dwyer, who gets out Bartley's arse. He travels the whole fucking country to cover everything, and he should be looked after, that man. And the likes of Wake Up Area. Barry started off like Barry seemed to the whole lot of this to start. That man sold off everything of value that he had to get boards made up to go out in the street and warn people. Like that's a proper man. That's a proper human being. That's someone that loves the people. Like, nah, anyone like that, it's just not for me. But see them, they're gonna rule the day. Watch, this isn't gonna last forever, and it's gonna come back. I'm not joking. And talk about mongrels. This is gonna go back to bite them all in the fucking arse. Watch.
Yeah. Because I actually put that video up. Michael McCarthy had done. He does excellent work. He had done a video highlighting it earlier on. I put it up on Facebook. But imagine calling the Irish people mongrels. Like, it's just disgusting. And these are our representatives, you know?
You don't represent me.
Yeah.
There's no one. I said this as well, lads, right? Start thinking like this as well, right? There's no politician, there's no fucking guard, there's no judge, there's no one higher than you in this world bar God. That's it. There's no one over me in this world bar God. That's the way I look at it. No one's better than me. You might speak a bit posher than me, the whole lot, but I tell you one thing, I'd rather hear the truth out of a working class mouth than fucking lies and underhandedness out of someone with a D4 accent with a few letters out after their name.
Yeah, I know.
I want the truth from people that absolutely adore this country and only want what's best for her and her people. And if that's not you, step out of the fucking way because you're not wanted. Simple as that.
Yeah, I know.
I agree
with
you.
I know. But you see, Ferg, they all have to answer. Like, it's all right having all this money and this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, they're going to have to answer to God when this is all over.
I pity them. I absolutely pity them on that day, their day of judgment. I pity all them.
It's coming,
Someone just said there, I'm just going to give Wake Up Era a shout. So there's the YouTube page, https://www.youtube.com/@Wake Up Era. Go in there, join, like, subscribe, share, and do the same with the Irish column if you want to, because that's only a new one as well. But you should bring photos of Viktor Orban to Micheál's country the county on Saturday. Yeah, I doubt if he'll be down there. I'd say he'll be out of the country.
But I've said this several times about people in politics. They go around telling a pack of lies. They never take any responsibility for anything. They never apologise for anything. And even when they're caught out, they just go to ground for about 2 weeks and then they come back again. Like, it's just disgraceful. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the amount of trouble that they cause and they don't care. You know? They just move on to the next thing.
Yeah. That's
the whole thing. Like, ever since them jobs, like the likes of Ukraine, everything else, it's all a distraction. I feel like I'm repeat myself all the time. Like, but everything else has been a distraction.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I had to bounce, right? I'll take a night. God bless you. And
no problem, mate.
We'll see you on Friday.
We'll see you on Saturday.
Well, I'll see you on Friday, Paul. Okay?
You will indeed. Yeah, I'll see you Friday, if not before. All right.
Come here. Good night. God bless. There you go.
Cheers, Ferg. Thanks, mate. Fair play to Ferg dropping in there. Fair play to unplugging, and we plug it again now in a while before we finish off. Anyone who can make it in there on Friday from 9 a.m. it would be really appreciated for the Trad Fest and the rasher sandwiches and the sausage sandwiches and the pig on a spit. Deadly, I can't wait, to be honest with you. What's this? Paul, we've heard Gavin Pepper's D4. Paul and Fair, we want to hear your D4 accents next. Come on. I don't talk posh at all. No.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
D4 on tour. Yeah. If I was to get chased over there and I got stopped, I could probably say I could give a D4 accent. Yeah, no problem. Good idea, Paul O'Neill. Yeah. Yes, lads. I've no doubt. What's this one? We've heard Gab Pepper's D4.
Yeah, you've done that one.
Okay. You must want to hear. Good night, folks. I'm off myself. Fair play to you.
Good night, Sarah.
We'll see. We might do the 2 hours. We'll see how we feel.
Well, go back just when we're just before we move on. We'll just go back over. I sent you some stuff over in relation to the jabs, so we'll do a bit. Then before we move on to something else. And you'll probably come across Marcus de Bruyn's thing, because I'm nearly positive I did. I sent it over. I think it's 3 screenshots.
I'm looking here, and
it was only this evening, or only like later on today that I sent it over.
Hold on, Orla. I'm looking there now. I see a Facebook one, the plane incident. We'll show that in a minute. I have the Irish Times, European country 2023 was setting records for some of the largest population growths in history.
Yeah, that's Michael McCarthy again.
The Irish Watchdog I have here, that's the iPass.
Now, I think it's above that.
Ruling represents Fermo Flynn, no. Housing crisis, no. There's a video there, Wide Awake Media, that's about Ivan Mechtin or something, but they're not fucking playing for some reason, them videos. I don't know what's wrong with them videos.
And the Marcus de Bruyn thing wasn't a video, it was 3 screenshots. Because I think it was to do with the excess deaths. Yeah, because he was talking about Donegal, that's what it was.
Hold on. Oh, this is the iPass I have here. I can't find it here. Oh, there it is there. Donegal has the lowest COVID vaccine uptake.
That's it.
Okay, sorry. That was my bad then. Okay.
Oh, yeah, apologise.
I will present that. Sorry about that, Orla. Okay. So this is Dr. Marcus de Bruyn. Donegal has the lowest COVID vaccine uptake and the lowest excess deaths. These are not coincidences. These are people. Look at this.
If you go on to the next 2, I have the charts just that are clearer for people to see.
There you go. Increase in deaths across all. Hang on, I'll make that bigger. This is the increase in deaths across all counties in Ireland. Waterford, look, 2327. Look, it's up 45%. Look, and Waterford, Offaly. Jesus Christ. So where'd be the highest? The highest would be Waterford, wouldn't it? Because that wasn't Waterford the most vaccinated
Yeah.
in the world, I think. I think. Yeah. 35% in Offaly, Carlow, Dublin, 22%. And Donegal, look, 2.1%. That's mental, isn't it? And that is the least vaccinated in the country. And there's Monaghan, look, all the Nordy ones, look, all the Nordy towns. Kerry, I'm surprised at Kerry.
Cavan.
There it is there, look. The percentage of COVID vaccinations, the white 77, 79, uptake among 5+-year-olds fully vaccinated as per of estimated population in 2021. All down here, look, Waterford. Jesus Christ, man, that's mental. That is mental, isn't it? Wow.
I know.
We'll put him down. We'll talk about him in a minute. But that is some amount of deaths. Like I did a chart here a number of years ago.
I sent John what you call it, van der Leyen, or Liar, talking about the mandatory shots as well.
Yeah, that was an old one, wasn't it?
Yeah, because we haven't played it.
Yeah, I can play that bitch. I don't really like her, but I can play her.
Oh, she's horrible. She is, to me now, she's like, do you know, one of those evil villains from a Disney movie?
Nasty woman. Nasty woman. Do you want to come back in, Ferg? Do you want to come back in?
Yeah. Do you know what I never done?
What?
Never said hello to my mother-in-law, Theresa. I'm gonna get bleeding slow.
Teresa.
Oh
How
no,
are you,
you're in
Teresa?
bad.
Come here. I'm blaming Gavin fucking Pepper. Right? He keeps popping out my phone. I had to go and ring him, so he put me off. So I'm sorry, mammy-in-law. Please forgive me.
I'll see you later, buddy. Take it easy.
She's one of my biggest supporters and yours. She's a absolute. I'm not joking. I can't say enough good words about her. Fair play,
That's
right?
lovely.
See you later, Frank. See you, Teresa. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. And then
He's just a
Martin's
down there.
mother came up as well, Emer.
The what?
Martin's mother came up, Emer, as well. She came up and
Emer,
messaged.
how are you? How's
Mm.
things? And I also had who was the other lady? Somebody's man last week. What was her name? He watches all the time. But I'll have a look for it now in a minute. Mammy-in-law, lol, yeah. When we play
Anyway, Von der Leyen, sorry.
Von der Leyen, and then we'll move on from this because we might finish up early because you know yourself.
This horrible pandemic, we have the vaccines, the life-saving vaccines, but they are not being used adequately everywhere. Thus, this costs, of course, this is an enormous health cost coming along. If you look at the numbers, we have now 77% of the adults in the European Union vaccinated, or if you take the whole population, it's 66%. And this means 1/3 of the European population is not vaccinated. These are 150 million people. This is a lot. And not each and everyone can be vaccinated. So there are very small children, for example, or people with special medical conditions, but the vast majority could. And therefore, I think it is understandable and appropriate to lead this discussion now, how we can encourage and potentially think about mandatory vaccination within the European Union. This needs discussion. This needs a common approach, but it is a discussion that I think has to be led.
Well, all I can say is, hold on. That's my answer to her. She is absolutely just, as I said, she reminds you of like a Bond villain or a villain from one of the Disney movies. Have you frozen, Paul? Your mic's not on.
Yeah, we just have a little infiltrator there, so I'm just going to get rid of him. Bye. See you later. I'll not be taking shite off anyone. Hi, Sarah.
Actually,
Hi,
just before we move on, have you access just to the? I think there's only two screenshots in relation to the ivermectin, just for people to take a look at it. I just think it's quite interesting.
Yeah, I think I have that downloaded. Wait, well, why didn't I download that, believe me?
Because I know you mentioned it when we were talking about the other stuff.
Yeah, no, I know. Robert Kennedy.
Oh yeah, there's a short clip on him as well.
Yeah, I have that there. I'll pull that up in a minute.
He's very good.
I was looking at ivermectin there a minute ago. I ought to have the bleeding up. Ivermectin, yeah, that's in there. Yeah, I'll just play this one. We may as well get these out of the way then, and then we'll
move on. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I should not.
Ivermectin.
Yeah, ivermectin. Horrible shit.
Really, you can talk about it now.
Oh, good.
Now, fucking people are taking it.
Yeah. I think I sent you the ivermectin paper with ivermectin and fenbendazole.
Yeah.
I have a 76-year-old veteran who was diagnosed with a Gleason 7. Gleason is a grade of cancer of the prostate. And it was a Gleason 7. He went on 12 milligrams of ivermectin every day for 8 weeks. And at 12 weeks, he got a PET scan done, a special PET scan done, looking at abnormalities in the prostate. They couldn't find anything.
That's amazing.
And his PSA, prostatic specific antigen, when his initial one with the cancer was 12.6, he's now at 5.3.
So that's the fenbazidol and the ivermectin. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But both of them
But they're
are
talking-
both anti-parasitic, do you know? So it's actually quite interesting. I'm sorry, that's not what that's not what I was talking about. I sent you on 2 screenshots from William Mackis from today. It would have been probably this morning when I was on X.
No. No, I'm not seeing nothing here from William Mackis. Seeing Children's Hospital. That's all I'm seeing. No.
Oh,
no.
yes, we have to play that. That's from 3 Books. And he summarises it very well.
Well, then we play him then.
Now, there might be, look, guys, you know yourself, there's a bit of bad language, but he definitely summarises what's going on very well.
And then we move on to something else.
You wouldn't Adam and Eve it. Equipment for National Children's Hospital, too big to fit into the space needed. Bad enough that the opening date for the National Children's Hospital has been delayed for the 15th time. But now the machinery won't even fit into the fucking room. Who's in charge of the construction of this? Bob the fucking builder, is it? Bam job. More like a scam job if you ask me. They must use the same measuring tape that they use to measure the printers. It's measure twice, cut once, lads, not build it and hope for the shagging best. Someone should have told them that the machinery in the fancy magazines isn't actual to real size. You wouldn't see it in an episode of 40 fucking Towers. What would the plans roll with? Crayons, was it? In saying that, the children of the country would have had it built by fucking now. It's not the Sagrada Familia, for fuck's sake, lads. There's lads that started their apprenticeship at the beginning of this job, and they're just after retiring with full fucking pensions is taking that long. By the time this hospital is finished, there's kids that had appointments in it that'll have kids and grandkids of their own and have died of old fucking age. I said it before and I'll say it again. If the Irish government were in charge of the Guinness storehouse, we'd all be drinking Rockshore by fucking Christmas. They're about as useful as a second T in the name Scott. And look at this lad in here, recently going round showing RT around the gaff, going round like butter wouldn't melt in his fanny. Full protective safety gear, hard hat, safety goggles, steel toe cap boots. If he needs that to go around in a 99% finished hospital, what chance do the fucking kids have? Lots of artwork. Yeah, lots of fucking corn artistry, more like. We need a children's hospital, not the Taj Mahal fucking hole, lads. You know?
He is brilliant. I mean, talk about, I love the way he said, what was it drawn with crayons? But he's just summarised the whole lot of it up there. He's just brilliant. You're on mute.
I'm just going to say hello to Teresa again, just in case you missed us the last time. I was wondering who's laundering money. Not me, anyway. Mr. Gold is part of man who has been lied about and warned. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I support him. Yeah, okay. Fake the hard hat. What the fuck? Okay, yeah. Sarah Hannity. Yeah, I know. Lol. Yeah.
I think there's a couple more videos there, and then I think I put up statistics over something as well. You did mention it there a few minutes ago, so I think you came across it.
Statistics on. It was on the iPass. Yeah, I'm just going to run with that there. Now we go with that. I have 1 or 2. I actually have a video there from Michelle Keane. Now it's 8 minutes long, but it's a good one. It's about what's happening on Friday and what's happening in Croke Park. So yeah, I'm just going to go with this here. 200 people per week are now arriving into the iPass system here in Ireland. The majority are single males. Below is a summary of the latest arrivals by nationality. People in iPass has increased by 425%. 425% in the last 4 years alone. Look at them. Nigeria, Somalia, Georgia, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Ukraine, there's a war. Afghanistan, there's no war. Vietnam, there's no war. Zimbabwe, there's no war. But Nigeria, there is a war that persecuting gays and bisexuals, apparently. Yeah, isn't that terrible? But let's move that there. Oh no, that's the COVID
just done that one. Go back.
Sorry.
Yeah, go back there now. Oh yeah, just one more back. One more. Now, this is what I was talking about the other day in relation to Cork and the plan and permission denied for this.
Okay.
So those three
Housing
screenshots
crisis.
are in relation to this.
Let me just make it bigger. Housing crisis. Planners reject 120 new apartments over lack of 3-bed units. In Ballincollig, apartments on board Penella rejected the plans over the absence of a 3-bed or larger units. This is it here, is it? The ruling represents a setback for building firm O'Flynn Construction, which had sought approval for the development of 123 units in 3 apartment blocks up to 6 stories in height at Old Fort Road, Ballincollig, County Cork. The proposed development consisted of 84 2-bedroom apartments and 39 1-bed apartments. And what's wrong with that? The plans on the 1 hectare, the 1.65 hectare site also provided a creche and multi-purpose amenity room. That's a praying room for anyone who doesn't understand what a multi-amenity room is. That's what it is. The company had sought planning permission for the scheme under the planning process for strategic housing developments, which does not require the plans to be initially assessed by the relevant local authority, whoop-de-doo, Cork County Council. However, on board Planala said the Cork City Development Plan 2022 or 2028 sets out clear requirements on the mix of units within any new development.
Yes, that'd be coming up very close to 2030, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Do you know?
Yeah.
But I just thought, like, we're in the middle of a housing crisis. I mean, why deny permission for houses? Very strange, isn't it?
Yeah. Orla, write a note and hold it up each time Paul mutes himself. Boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah. Jeez, we're flying here, people.
Let me see. I also sent you on the video in relation to, I didn't even get a chance, I barely got a chance to even watch it properly. An incident on the plane.
Yeah, I'll play it now. Grace lagging. Paul, are you in bad form? I think you need a good night's rest. No, I'm in great form. Honestly, yeah, I'm really in good form. I'm not, I've no problems at the minute. Everything's good. Life is good. Yeah. They all marry gays and bisexual vegetarians. No, Mr. Gold, I'm 30 away ahead of you. I hope you eventually go. Okay, Paul Fitzsimons. What's this? Paul Fitzsimons and Orla, can you put up the link for Barry's channel, please? Yes, somebody did put it up earlier. HTTPS. I'll wake up early. I think it is. He knows that they're getting itchy there now. It's not money, no. It's not money.
No, that's a fight.
If that's the way the Euro Millions, I'd be pung, you just see a screen, nothing left there. Pung, gone. Bags packed. Bags are already packed behind me there. I'll be gone like a bleeding scalded cat. Could you imagine it? Dick. Now, Dick. You're gone again there, Dick. Clear you out. Boom. You should learn. Big folks home recently. Yeah, I'm gonna just play the plane. We'll do the plane one. We'll be from the guards this morning. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, let's do that.
ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seats at this time. Thank you very much.
What could you mean there, Eddie? I don't know what that is there now.
Don't encourage him.
From Donegal to Japanese Susie. Yeah, Frankie Payne. Paul, I sent you in a video now, RTE slagging off Gavin Pepper. Okay, did you just send it in to me?
All right, okay, Sarah.
Yeah. Let me see there now. No, that's Elon Musk. No, okay. Did you send it in to me? Hang on. That's Getter, YouTube, Niall Boylan. Did you send it in to me there? Yes, that was Sunday. There's one today. Okay, let me just... Okay, I might need to copy that whole selection. Just bear with me there and let me just throw this in here. RTE. Someone sent me Elaine Mullally. Is that the one? Was it?
No, it says about RTE.
Sarah, DM on X. Oh, X. Okay, give me a second. I'm not logged into that X there. Hang on. I'm logged into it on here, but I'll send it back on to myself. Just bear with me there. Yeah. Just bear with me there, and I'll see if I can get it on this X. It's mad.
What are they giving out for Gavin for?
I don't know, but if it's a DM on X, I can send it back to myself. Message request.
Was your Gavin's last? Was Gavin doing something today or yesterday? Was he giving out about RTE or
No.
What was he doing?
Relearning news, a debate on immigration. Yeah. Okay. See this here. I'm just gonna give me a second. I'll send this on to myself, and we will have this up in a.
You found it, did you?
We will have this up in a soon moment. Yes, let's go here now. Fair play to you. Thank you very much for that.
A soon moment. Never heard of that saying before.
You never heard? That's what they used to say in the any of the Carry On films when they be out in when they be what you call it, Carry On Cleo or Up the Coiber. I will be with you in a soon moment. That's what the package used to say years ago. So hey, listen.
God, I haven't seen a Carry On movie in I don't know when, years and years.
Yeah, they used to be brilliant. Right, this goes on for a minute and 50. Let's see what these bastards are saying about my mate tonight. Now I'm gonna just play it.
I find the whole notion of community engagement utterly hilarious. And it's spewed constantly. Oh, we should just engage. We have more community engagement. That would help people understand. No one ever says that about Balls Bridge, do they? No one ever says if they try to open an iPass centre in Balls Bridge and the locals organise a petition against it and the lawyers come in and all of a sudden the plan is quietly dropped. You don't ever see the Hope and Courage Collective on here saying we should engage in community engagement. No, that's only for the working class communities. They're the only ones who need to be engaged with to be made a little bit less fences in their views. The entire concept of community engagement is laughable. If you look at the village of Dundrum in County Tipperary, where there is, we're not far from where I am, where there's a hotel there that's been derelict for a number of years, which was once a thriving business. And the community really hoped it would come back and be a business again, and new owners came in. No one actually knows who owns the company, who owns it anymore. It's almost impossible to find out. That company, however, has applied to the state for an iPass license, and now it's going to be full of 200 people, which more than doubles the population of that small village. So not only is it losing its only source of employment, the population is suddenly doubling. And we're told that this can be solved with community engagement, that you just need to... I'm not talking to you, I'm talking about the Hope and Courage Collective, who tell us this all the time, that it's the big, bad far right who are coming in spreading misinformation. No, the reality on the ground is that in community after community in this country, people have seen not only their people being put into towns where there's pressure on services, but actual services taken away. In County Tipperary and Clonmel and Nina and other places, there were active cases where there were only hotel in the town. The only place you could go to have lunch on a Sunday was being taken away and turned into an accommodation centre. They were losing employment, they were losing services, and the population was being doubled. And then this idea that you can engage with people and make them accept that, it is laughable.
You're muted.
See, that wasn't the one from Gavin, so...
Was that it, Sarah? He's not mentioning it.
He wasn't mentioning it at all there. Sorry, maybe that was the wrong one. Sarah Malone. I think he was supporting Gav. Got it wrong. Sorry. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's right in what he's saying. Like, you don't see it out there. You know what I mean? I'm going to put up that video we have there, the class wars. That was brilliant. We done that 2 years ago, me and Gavin. We didn't even know how to bleed and edit the stuff for that like that at that time. Getting warm here now, I am. But yeah, Sarah, thanks very much for that. He's speaking the truth. Yeah. I'm just going to go with Michelle Keane. Jesus, lads, we're up to 1100 there. Fair.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much. We're up to 1100 there. Grand for the Tuesday night, Orla. You know what I mean?
Very good. Very good. Excellent.
So good. Yeah, it's been good. Hi guys, what happened in Clonmel today? Keep up the great work. Guy getting out information. Yeah, Michelle Roach today. No, I don't think that happened in Clonmel today.
I didn't hear anything about it now.
We've reached 1100 there, people. Thank you very much. Keep sharing it there. We'll be on in another 20 minutes, I'd say. Get us on Fitzsimons, Anthony Casey, Rugger Moore, Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons, www.joycechannel.com/live. Buy us a coffee if you want there on the studio there. On a Bulmers, yeah. Coffee on a Bulmers, yeah. And we see the 1100. Fair play to everyone. But do you know what? We did the playing, didn't we? Yeah, we did the US playing, didn't we? Yeah, no, we got rid of that then. I'm gonna play Michelle Keane because I think this is a good one. It's 8 minutes long. We'll come back and finish off then, more or less. All right.
Greetings, folks. The road to Croker begins this Friday as thousands of concerned Irish GAA supporters plan to gather peacefully outside Croke Park at 10:30 a.m. Their message is simple but very powerful. This sacred ground, hallowed by the blood of patriots, deserves respect. Croke Park is not just a stadium, it's a national monument. It was here on Bloody Sunday in 1920 that 14 innocent people were murdered, including children and the GAA players, during a football match. Their spirits are forever bound to the soil of this pitch. It is a place of memory, of mourning and of meaning. Many now feel that hosting non-Christian religious ceremonies such as Islamic Eid prayers on this site, while well-intentioned, is deeply inappropriate and insensitive to the legacy of those who died in the struggle for Irish freedom. A peaceful protest now is being held to express their views, not out of hate, but out of respect for our history and our culture and our fallen dead. This is not about division, folks. It's about remembering who we are and about protecting the spiritual and the cultural significance of our most sacred national spaces. Next Saturday at 2 p.m, thousands of concerned citizens will take to the streets of Cork in a peaceful protest, a moment that may very well mark the largest public rally in the history of the Irish state. It is a cry from the heart of our Irish people to be heard, to be respected and to reclaim our future. And yet, what does the GAA decide to do? Schedule the Munster final, hurling final, Cork versus Limerick at 6 p.m. the very same day in the Gaelic grounds in Limerick. This isn't just poor planning. It feels like sabotage. The GAA, once a proud vessel of cultural resistance and community pride, now risks turning its back on its very own people who built it. Let us not forget 1920 and the 14 civilians that were murdered at Croke Park on Bloody Sunday. The GAA's legacy is bound up with sacrifice, with defiance and with freedom. When the people of Cork rise in peaceful resistance next Saturday, the GAA chooses to disrespect, divide and dilute the voice. It is difficult to determine the exact profit from the GAA has made over the past decade, but the financial picture is clear. In 2024, GAA revenues grew to 132 million, and 19% increase from the previous year. In 2023, they took in 112 million euros, and in 2024, they reported a consolidated surplus of 6.3 million euros. And what are they doing to the Irish people who built this organisation? The Irish people, the supporters of the GAA, are being asked to do in return, to pay 79 euros just to watch their own county teams play in the 2025 championship on GAA Go. This is a national disgrace. It's not called the Grab All Association for nothing. Meanwhile, those at the top enjoy remarkable privileges. The GAA's president's salary is typically paid to cover the income lost from their previous role. For example, during the tenure of Christy Cooney, he was reportedly paid up to 450,000 euros over his 3-year term, with the GAA covering the salary from the position he left behind. The same arrangement applies to the GAA's Director General. While the specifics of expenses of Sean Kelly's tenure during his tenure as GAA President from 2003 to 2006 are not publicly available, it is also important to clarify that the role is primarily ceremonial and does not include a fixed salary. Any expenses reimbursed are typically for travel, accommodation and other necessary costs incurred in the performance of official duties. And yet, while the grassroots volunteers, managers, raffles to fund jerseys and pitch repairs, well-connected figures reap the rewards of broken systems. Former GAA manager Seamus Banty McEnany's company Grangelock Limited received 2.72 million euros from IPAS protection accommodation for providing asylum seekers accommodation since 2022. A previous company under Banty McEnany's control earned 15.78 million in state direct provision payments for the same purpose. This year, the GAA sent a letter to every club in the country emphasising the importance of financial accountability. While the full contents of the letter have not been made public, it reportedly outlines expectations for financial transparency and responsible management of club funds. The grassroots are being held to standards that those at the top no longer seem to respect. This isn't just about sport anymore. This is about priorities and power. We have seen the symbolic gestures, the photo ops, the headlines. Sinn Féin President Mary Lou MacDonald attending the EID prayers at Croke Park. She paid tribute to the Muslim Sisters of Era and their soup kitchens in Dublin. And yet, when it comes to standing with the people of Cork, Irish families facing crisis, communities crying out for change, where is the same solidarity? Our government TDs, ministers, including Norma Foley, Michael Healy-Rae, Danny Healy-Rae, have endorsed the building of mosques in Tralee and Killarney. We are a Catholic country. Shame on our ministers and TDs for selling out our soul, for profiteering, for companies like the GAA to profiteer in. To President Charlotte Burns, I say, reschedule the match. Do it in the name of the spirit of community. Do it for Cork. Do it for the People's Republic, who deserve to be heard, not sidelined. To every GAA supporter, to every lover of hurling and football, I say for one day, let the small ball wait. Let the crest of your jersey stand for more than sport. Let it stand for courage, conscience and for country. We are at a turning point. Our people are awake. They are rising. And if we silence that voice now, we risk losing something far more greater and precious than a championship. Let Cork rise. Let Croke Park rise. Let Ireland rise. Gora Míle Maith Agaibh.
Well, there you have
Fair
it.
play, Michelle.
We need to be there. Be there. That's it. Hello, Frank. The GAA signed a contract for 5 to 10 years to allow these Muslims to have their call to pray on such special grounds. First time I seen Muslims praying in Croke Park, that was it for me. That was it for me. And that was during COVID. They were the only ones that were allowed to pray during COVID. Christians, Catholics, we couldn't pray. They were shutting down churches and everything else. But yet they brought these people into Croke Park, one of the most hallowed grounds in this country, like, you know what I mean, where patriots died, you know what I mean? And it's like you're just rubbing your nose in it now, you know what I mean? That's what it is, and that's what it seems like to me. Hi, Paul. Hi, Orla. How you doing? Sell out politicians. Last time I ever buy a ticket, T-shirts or products. Yeah. I might have cups and I might have T-shirts for the Irish column or in live now in the next few weeks. So, hey, we might have a bit of merch. But,
Yeah,
well
Mary.
done,
There's one of our avid followers, Mary, is always looking for when we're going to have merch.
Yeah. So, yeah, people are asking
Are we
me.
going to get a T-shirt, Paul, with like your face on it or anything?
No, I don't want my face on anything. No. Imagine, don't want my face
Eddie,
on it.
I'll send one over to you personally from Paul with love from Paul.
Sign it here. I'll sign it here. Yeah.
Eddie will wear it with pride.
Yeah. This lady has been willing to lose a lot to represent people. Yeah. She has. Bendover has 2 brain cells at work. Yeah, we know who he is, mate. He does it all the time. It's either Dick Swing, Dick Black, Dick Brown, Bendover. You know, he's a gobshite. So he's getting no air off me. Don't worry about it. Yeah. But yeah.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else you wanted to show?
Somebody just sent me in a thing there from Gavin Pepper, and you know how Gavin's my friend, so we'll have to go with that. I'm just going to present this. This is from the Muslim Council. This is your man Mohammed. I have seen your disgraceful. Sorry, give us over me mic there. Put it up there. See, mine is not like the lads. You know what I mean? The lads comes in the side. You know, they think they're bleeding Joe Rogan. Like, you know what I mean? I'm all right. I can just talk into this. But I've seen your disgraceful video in front of the Islamic Centre, Clonskee, full of hatred. Very bad video. You have to apologies. You tried to insult all Muslim community. In the name of Allah, most merciful, my name, Mohammed Fahed. I am the chairman of the Irish Islamic Chamber of Commerce. Bad video. You have to apologize. You tried to insult the community. Who gives you permission to go in front of the centre and take video and cursing Muslim and Islam? Okay, that didn't happen. Okay, and I'm just going to play. Can we hear that? Can you hear that, Orla?
Yes.
This is exactly what happened, and I will not have noise down. So you know me with noise.
How are you doing, so? Is it still closed? What is the reason for the closure?
Well,
what's the truth? Because they're not talking about it on the news at the moment, as you can see. They're not saying much. So, what is the real reason behind this?
Well, I don't really know. I'm just helping the people here, so...
Are you security?
No.
No.
Security is over there. I'm just helping him, you know.
You're just helping the security? But you don't know why the building is closed?
Well, it was closed a month ago, but when it's going to open, we don't know. No news.
Still no news about when it reopens?
No news.
And do you know the reason why it's closed?
No, I don't know.
Right. But still no news on when it's opening?
No, if they open like this, who knows? They close quick,
yeah.
They open quick.
Right.
So everybody's waiting to be open again.
Right. Now, it's just people are asking, do you know what I mean?
Let's hope for good.
Are the public allowed to go in now?
No.
So it's closed to everybody?
The parents can't go in.
The parents of the school can't go in. Is the school open?
Yeah,
so the school is still open? Right, so it's just the actual centre that's closed. Yeah. So the mosque is shut?
The mosque is closed as well.
Right. But kids can still go to school?
Of course, the school is open,
Yep, no, that's grand. People just wanted to know, that's all. Appreciate it, thank you. Have a nice day, thank you. How are you folks? It's Councillor Gavin Pepper here. And I'm here at the Islamic Centre here in Clonskeagh. As you can see, there's loads of hoarding and the building is still closed. Now, I was talking to one of the staff members there. He said that the school is open for the kids, but the parents aren't allowed in. That's a bit weird. But the building is still shut, and the mainstream media won't talk about it. Never forget, the mainstream media said that the Gardaí had nothing to do with this place when there was an incident at it. And then everybody saw the video on social media of the fight, and that showed that the guards were here, and they had to backtrack the story. The public have a right to know when this stuff is happening and why it's still closed at the end of the day. The public have a right to know what's going on here, but they're not being told that the mainstream media don't want to talk about it. And that's why it's very important to always have your phone, because your phone, you record what's happening and the truth is there. It's in your face. Now, in what's happening here in the news today, the average mortgage has gone up to 150,000 in the last decade. Average rents are at $2,000, right? I was at a Zoom meeting with the council the other day, and I asked a few questions about new development going up in Ballymun, where 50% are social housing and 50% are cost rent, right? So I said, what's the minimum price of the cost rentals? What's the minimum income someone needs to be on? And they said 66,000. What? So to put this into perspective, if you're looking for this, if you're on the list for a social house, the maximum income you can earn is between 40 and 43,000. So what about people from that bracket to the 66? Where do they fit in? This is shocking. Then I asked them about the lottery system, because people are all asking about this. I say, how are these houses allocated? I asked, will people from Dublin 11 that are working in factories and Pennies and Tesco, will they be prioritised? As we have loads of people waiting for the house in their area. And he said, oh no, it's a fair lottery system. And I said, well, is it done to the public? Is it independent? It's done to the public. He goes, oh no, an independent body looks at it, but it's not allowed to be the public because of GDPR. But how's that? I mean, when you play a lotto on a Wednesday and a Saturday and the regular lotto, you get a ball and you get your numbers. The balls come out, and if your numbers come out, you win. So why don't we do this like that, where people put in for these houses that qualify, and your ball comes out and you get the number, and you win? It's that simple. That's fair. That's transparent. Why is that not done? Because we have all these new bodies like Tua housing and Clued housing. Let's call a spade here. They're not proper social housing because they're 25-year leases, these contracts, right? That's not a forever home. At the end of the day, we've over 15,000 people and 4,000 kids in emergency accommodation. They come first. They need to be housed and looked after. Well, foreigners are coming in and competing with them for housing. Because at the end of the day, in the likes of the tech sector and all, you have a load of foreign employees on up to 100 grand, if not more, a year in Saudi. They can afford these cost rents. But what about the people from them communities? The public are not happy anymore. The Irish people are being left behind, and they're competing with foreigners to buy and rent houses in this country, where we have our own housing crisis. Now, I have a source in housing that told me the other day a family has came into the country from a country that is, in fairness, at war at the moment, and it's on the news regularly, so we all know what country it is. But a family came in of 8, right? Just arrived, and you were put up in a hotel that night. That's where your taxes are going. Well, you walk around the city and you see Irish homeless people in tents, and yet they may have addiction issues or problems, but why isn't there enough beds for them in these centres? Like, why don't we have proper centres for people with addictions and stuff like that? Where is their taxes going? That's what the public want to know. We have a severe housing crisis, and it's time to look after their people once and for all. As for this place, the government need to come out and tell the people what's going on properly and stop hiding it, because we all know what this place has been involved in. And we all know that the imam of this place is Ibrahim Halawa's father, who has involvement with the Muslim Brotherhood. So it's time to come out and be transparent with the public. You can't hide it anymore. It's time RTA and Virgin Media and all start doing their jobs and report properly.
You're muted.
I'm just saying there, I've seen your disgraceful video. This is what your man put up. Now, you've just watched that video. Nowhere in that video did Gavin try to insult Muslims, say anything about Muslims. You know, the Muslim Brotherhood are a terrorist organization. They have been deemed a terrorist organization. I'm just going to read Jake McCready's there. CIA contacted the Irish government to inform them what's going on at that mosque. Funding was taken and sent to Hamas to support them. The UAE, who funded the mosque, released a statement to the Irish government. Yes, I remember that. So Qatar, I think Qatar were funding it, and a couple of the UAE countries, you know what I mean? And they pulled out because of the Muslim Brotherhood, that they're a terrorist organization. Never mind Hamas. The Muslim Brotherhood are a terrorist organization. Dr. Mahmoudi al-Karudi, or whatever his name is, the guy who pretended he was mugged. Do you remember, boy?
Oh,
Whatever.
yeah, Al-Qadri. That's who it is.
Al-Hadri, Al-Dodri, whatever his name is. Yeah, listen, the man's a fake. I've been told he's a fake. You know what I mean? I've been told by Muslim people up there. And yeah, I did speak to Muslim people, but they're not my friends, you know, as they all go around saying, like, you know what I mean? We'll have Squiddy coming on here now, cutting this bit out and making up this and making up that. It's great when he makes up stuff about someone else, but when he starts making it about me, I don't like it. So I'm just going to go here to the Irish government declaring that he will have nothing to do with that mosque and that it should be shut down immediately. It should be. Yeah. It should be shut down immediately. But as I said, it's the Muslim Brotherhood that were running that. Get them out of the house. House their own. Fair play to Gavin. He is right. Yeah, I only knew this info because it posted on YouTube, but the statement and content was removed by YouTube the next day. I should have screenshot it. I could have it somewhere archived, mate. Yeah, I could. No mosque should be built in Ireland. Yes, exactly. I agree. Lose your sandals running on that pitch. Okay. When Maliki took over East Wall, he said they like their Muslims. Okay, I think I did see a video about that. I don't think it was Maliki said that, but hey, if he did, you know, we need to send an email to the Muslim guy calling him out on the lies. She's the darling of RTE. You know what I mean? He showed his teeth had to get redone and this had to get redone. And then a video emerged of him.
There's nothing wrong with his teeth.
Yeah, but did you see the video that emerged then of the 17 or 18-year-old kid in the car changing to Islam? I'd say that's what happened out in Tala. Some young fella's dad opened the door while he was converting and he got a slap, and I'd say that's what happened. I called out the Nikita hand thing to be what it was, didn't I? Do you remember that? I'm thinking I'm calling this one right as well. Yeah. Yeah. They tried to tell you lies to your face, then gaslight you and play victims, kind of like a narcissist. Yeah. I'm just going to stop sharing that there now. Yeah. So I think are we finished there? Let me just see. Yeah, it does not.
Is there anything else to put up? Be frozen.
Off there and see if they're on WhatsApp. I'll have Pepper. Let me see that one. No, I have that done already. No, I've done that. Yeah, well, I think we'd finish up, Orla, will we?
Yeah, sure. 11:30 now.
We've had loads to talk about tonight. Mary Robinson was involved in opening that mosque. Yeah. I can't stand how Islam demands respect.
Yeah, I know.
There's actually a video there. Hang on. An Indian leader tells a reporter about Islam. Let's play this and we finish up.
There's 200 million Muslims living in India. That's the second largest Muslim population in the world. And you're saying that wherever Muslims live, there's
if Muslims become more than 30%, that country is in danger.
That sounds like hatred. That sounds like a language of hatred.
It's easy to say hatred. I'm being kind to them by not letting them come to India.
Article 14 of the Indian Constitution guarantees the right to equality, as you know, for all persons living in India.
I can tell you that's a misinterpretation of Article 14. Article 14 guarantees equality of equals. I'll give you an example.
Are all people not equal?
All people are not equal.
Muslims do not deserve equal rights to apply for citizenship.
There's no such thing as equal rights. They're not in an equal category.
Great show, guys, as always. Thanks, Sarah.
Actually, just before we finish up, I sent you, there should be a video there about Islam.
Islam.
Yeah, I put it was about a woman and who was accused of prostitution.
Yeah, I have that here. Hang on. I seen that earlier. Mandatory shots now. Prostitution. Where's it? I did see that earlier. Where the bleeding hell is that gone to? Did we show this one? No.
My apologies if anyone is here in store and my cat is Tom is sound asleep.
Sound asleep. Team ISIS, yeah. This is ISIS. This is the woman. Yeah, I've seen this one. Yeah. This is what. Oh Jesus! Look, I'm gone off. My library doesn't look as good. Let's just go with this one. And this is what happens. This woman was.
This would be Sharia law.
This is Sharia law. This woman was accused of prostitution. That's exactly what happened. Accused, yes.
وبعد قدمنا الحكم على هذه الامرأة بحكم القتل الإرشاد والامتهان للدعارة وقد كانت تعمل بهذه الدعارة في هذه القرية وبناء عليه قررت مجلس العلماء التي صادقت على هذا الحكم بإقامة هذا الحد في مكان.
الله أكبر والعزة لله.
يلا
الله أكبر تطبيق الحد على هذه.
تكبير الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر.
You're muted.
I didn't realise she was shot. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
But she was accused. She wasn't even proven. Accused. And see how many times she asked to see her children. And that was denied as well. And then they just shoot her. Like, this is Sharia law. This is what they will bring here, if this is allowed.
She wanted to say goodbye to her children.
Yeah.
She was killed. That's crazy, that is, man. That is really crazy.
And that's one of the lesser videos. See the ones where they're whipping the women, they're stoning them. It's just shocking.
But this is what's going to happen here. This is,
Colin said, religion of peace.
Yeah. Disgusting animals.
Yeah.
Listen, Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
But that's a very mild video to see. Just some of them I've seen, like, just horrendous.
Jesus. Well, you know what this means, Orla. Jesus, we're at the hitting 12 there. Hang on there.
No powder tonight. What is saying?
No powder tonight, no. Oh, 12.
Good night.
Orla, thank you very much. It's been emotional, as always. I'll drop you down and I will talk to you in a few minutes. Thank you. Good night. Well, here we are. Now I'm made bigger. But thanks very much for everyone who tuned in. You can buy us a coffee there if you want, or a Bulmers, or whatever you want to. But we've exceeded 1,200 there. Fair play to everyone. It's no good sharing anymore. But hey, well done, everyone. Thank you very much who tuned in tonight. I'll just go through the last few of these. Later, Paul. I'll see you, Aaron. Yeah, take it easy, Aaron. Yeah, take it easy, bud. You said you've seen the videos during the week. It should be a good show. That's all. You said good show. We all seen the videos during the week. Yeah. Okay. Night, everyone. Thanks, Orla and Paul. Good night. God bless. Night. God bless. Good night. God bless. I still say that. Thanks, Paul and Orla. Thank you very much. 10 worst things you can be. Racist wouldn't make it on my list. Thanks, Paul. See ya. Jake McCready. Cheers, mate. Thanks, Paul. Night. Great show again. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Paul and Orla. Thank you. As I say every night when I'm finishing up, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless. Take care.